Coming up on Discover Oklahoma, the magnificent Magnolia Festival in Durant, plus eating like a celebrity in Tulsa and the coolest skateboards around.
Travel with AAA's Discover Oklahoma.
Hi, and welcome to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jennifer Reynolds.
And I'm Dean O'Lawley. Today we're coming to you from the very nice, very peaceful and serene Botanic Gardens at Oklahoma State University.
If you're a gardener, you will love this place. It just screams spring.
And there's another place that's celebrating spring in Oklahoma, the Magnolia Festival in Durant. Tina McGarry is going to take us there.
The smell of good food and excitement will swirl through the air. Music and laughter will dance through the streets of Durant at the 18th Annual Magnolia Festival of Oklahoma.
It's huge. The community has grown this event, and this is the 18th annual that we're having this year. And it is one of the things that I think the entire community anticipates throughout the year. It's a great event.
4 days of family fun. As many as 75,000 people are expected to enjoy the event. And there's something for everyone. A carnival, pageant, music, art, vendors, a 5K and fun run, just to name a few.
The big day is on Saturday when they have things for the kids. Everything from a parade to turtle races. If you want to see something really exciting, get involved in a turtle race.
Other big attractions include the Fetch and Fish Dog Show and a good old Oklahoma noodling competition.
We had an 81.25 pound catfish turned in last year, which was the largest catfish ever turned into a noodling tournament, and we pay out over $10,000 in prizes. So we have a lot of people that come from all over Oklahoma, North Texas, Arkansas, Kansas that fish in the tournament and bring in some monster catfish.
If you love the arts, enjoy live entertainment, as well as the Magnolia Festival Art Show and Sale.
It's our local artists that participate in the event. It's a juried show. The brochure, this year's brochure, that was our last year winner. It was actually a sculptured piece, and we took a photograph of this, and that became kind of one of the trademarks for this year.
The Magnolia Festival is an 18-year tradition and attraction with something for everyone. Many of the activities are free to the public.
I just want everybody to know what a great community we have and to come see us. It's going to be a great event with many, many good things.
The Magnolia Festival takes place May 29th through the 31st, and you can find out all you need to know about it on our website, travelok.com.
Spring really is the best time to get out and enjoy all Oklahoma has to offer. And recently I went to Lake Murray State Park to check out their new nature center. Much like a magnet, Lake Murray draws people to it. The pretty blue water holds not only beauty, excitement, and fun, but history. This was the first state park in Oklahoma. Holding court over the lake, Tucker Tower stands stately and symbolically as it connects us to our roots and the beginnings as a state park system came to life. And now there's been a rebirth of sorts with the Lake Murray Nature Center.
Without a doubt, one of the coolest facilities I've seen come into the state of Oklahoma in a long time. It's a beautiful facility.
Not only has the Nature Center been renovated, but history brought back into focus with the work on Tucker Tower.
So instead of the Nature Center existing in the tower, the Nature Center is now standalone as its own building, and they went back and developed exhibits on the history of Oklahoma, but more specifically Lake Murray State Park, the CCC and the WPA and their effects on that, as well as the National Park Service's help in constructing this park.
The primary theme of the Nature Center is the importance of water, not only to the park, but how it's essential for all of us. Many of the exhibits reflect the importance and protection of fresh water, as well as how we should all be good stewards of our state's water resources. Just like how the earth has different layers, geology is examined on various levels, its importance to this region, as well as how the WPA and CCC helped create the park.
And I think that when people walk through the Nature Center now, they walk away knowing a little bit more about how this park got here and what it means to the people that put it here.
As you walk through and see the exhibits and displays, plants and animals, let this be your launch pad for continued discovery. Any nature center you visit should be the beginning of a journey of learning and exploration. That's the purpose this and any nature center provides. But the real journey should begin right outside the door or window. At the Lake Murray Nature Center overlooking the beautiful, peaceful water, what better way to dive into a new adventure?
The Nature Center, I don't know that I can say a lot that you can't get with walking through it. The view, I'm sure walking past that parking lot all those years, people thought this is a cool view. But then somebody had the idea, and of course the audacity to challenge nature to stick it there. And it really, when you walk in there, the view from outside that window is really cool.
Begin your new adventure soon at the Lake Murray Nature Center. It's easy to plan your trip to Lake Murray or any of our state parks online. Just go to our website, travelok.com. You can book your stay at a cabin or park lodge there as well.
There is so much to do around our state this time of year.
In fact, in just a few weeks, they'll have the Women's College World Series right here in town. And that means lots of visitors to this particular spot where they celebrate the Girls of Summer coming up.
And grabbing a great bite to eat in T-Town, how you can dine like a celebrity when Discover Oklahoma continues.
On the road, one never knows what lies ahead. Indubitably, almost every week, one encounters bad form from Sunday drivers.
Sheer rudeness begets the occasional fender bender.
Precisely why we have insurance from AAA.
Hear, hear.
A name drivers can trust.
Especially good ones.
Especially great ones.
Cheers!
Every night, sit alone and talk and watch a hawk
making lazy circles
in the sky.
We know we belong to the land,
and the land we belong to is grand.
So when we say,
yeah, yippee, yay,
we're only saying you're doing fine.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
Forecast cloudy and windy today with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. The temperature dropping from 59 degrees this afternoon. The temperature dropping from 59 degrees this afternoon.
Until there's an accident rewind button, there's the next best thing. Insurance from AAA.
Welcome back to AAA's Discover Oklahoma, where we have brought you lots of restaurants over the years, but some of the favorites have to be chicken fried steak and barbecue.
And would you believe we found a place with all that, plus something called a world-class Caesar salad. Julie Chin takes us to the Celebrity Restaurant in Tulsa.
It's a different type of place. You don't see it that often. It's not unusual for someone to walk in and say, wow, I blinked my eyes and I felt like I was in the 60s.
Welcome to Celebrity Restaurant. With a retro or Rat Pack feel, stepping into this former supper club is like taking a trip back in time.
51 years ago, February the 18th, 1963.
That's when Mike Samara bought Celebrity, back then a tiny struggling bar. He kept the location and the name, but knew some things had to change.
I took over and I added some food, a fried chicken and a steak. That's all I had.
Since then, the menu has expanded with items like shrimp and lobster, but you'll still find that signature cooked-to-order cast-iron skillet fried chicken, and they have great steaks here too. Samara, who's now 90, is another staple. His son and daughter run the place, but as the restaurant's host, he rarely misses a night.
He loves to kiss the ladies and shake the men's hands, and you know, he built this business on knowing people's name. He loves people.
And people love his food. That includes Celebrity's celebrated tableside Caesar salad. It's made with a time-tested recipe, a mixture of anchovies, mustard, and more. How am I doing?
Doing great.
While the food at Celebrity is the headliner, numerous stars have walked this red carpet.
We inherited the name, and yet, ironically, we ended up being a place that a lot of celebrities, when they came to town, came here.
Mickey Mantle, Tim Conway, Jeannie Triplehorn, Barry Switzer, Hank Williams Jr., and David Cook are among a few other famous diners. And there's Willie Nelson, too.
But I was told he came in and was turned away because he wasn't dressed well and didn't have a jacket. But years later, he was in town for a tour and he ended up ordering fried chicken for all his tour buses. So we hopefully redeemed ourselves with Willie.
And the celebrities aren't the only famous thing about this place. This is also the very first restaurant in Oklahoma to be issued a liquor license.
My father helped and contributed to the writing of that bill, and so kind of as a present to him for his efforts, they issued him the first legal license to serve liquor in Oklahoma, and then he served the first legal drinks.
Despite celebrities' fame and fortune, the family atmosphere is what's most important here.
If you brought it down to one thing, this is a place where people make memories. Every night we hear the same stories. We got engaged here. We've celebrated every anniversary. I came to my senior prom here.
With more than 50 years of memories, food, and fellowship, there's no doubt Celebrity Restaurant has perfected its recipe for success. In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin for Discover Oklahoma.
Another hot spot in northeastern Oklahoma right now, the Renaissance Festival at the Castle in Muskogee. Jason Grubbs captured this beloved trip back in time.
1, 2. Our slogan is your gateway to another world.
Good day, good gentles.
The castle and Castleton grounds cover 15 acres. We're rated the 4th best Renaissance Festival in the country.
Magical butts on a stick, 5 pounds. If your daddy dances, it makes him 4.
The attendance for the Renaissance Festival is up around 80 to 90,000.
Welcome to Castleton, good gentles.
We run it over 5 weekends. We draw from all over the place. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Western Arkansas. 38 states have bought tickets online. They're coming from all over the place. Plan your day in advance because there's more than you can do in one day or even one weekend.
God save the Queen! God save the Queen!
We just want everybody to come in and have fun and play a little bit.
And you can find all kinds of great places to eat in the current edition of Oklahoma Today magazine, which Jennifer's now
Are you talking to me?
I am talking to you.
I was all reading this new Oklahoma Today magazine with 27 food destinations worth the drive. You need one of these.
You can find it on newsstands now. Remember, you can subscribe to the magazine online at travelok.com. Up next, we're talking softball.
A place where your family can go to take in more than just a game. Where your family can go not just to take in a game, but all the other sights of this summer favorite coming up.
Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
We had been hearing on the news to prepare that it was very likely for severe tornadoes to happen. My neighbor was standing 2 doors down and we were able to go into his cellar and take shelter.
All the trees were gone, houses were gone. It was just terrible. Until you've been there, you just can't imagine what it's like to come home and not have a home.
They didn't know what to do, what the next step was, and that's our goal. We want to help them get to the next thing and help them feel better and not stressed, during this process. They have enough going on, they just lost everything, that we want them to feel better.
Has just gone so smooth. I don't even know how to express how easy it's been. I feel so blessed to have AAA as our insurance.
If I only had one thing to say about AAA, it would be that I never did feel like a client. I always felt like family.
When the wind comes sweeping down the plain and the waving wheat,
Kiss your smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain.
we know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. So when we say,
we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. Today we're coming to you from OSU's Botanic Garden.
Now, in just a few short weeks, the Adventure District in Oklahoma City will become the center of the softball universe when the NCAA Women's College World Series comes to town.
Now, you don't have to wait for that big event to be schooled in the world of softball because the Softball Hall of Fame Museum is located right in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is the national headquarters for the Amateur Softball Association, and it's here where you can also find the four-field complex and museum. Now, the museum itself is broken into different parts.
When you first come in the door is our gift shop, where we have a lot of different things, whether it be college paraphernalia for the different colleges that have been here in our College World Series teams, officials gear, or just softball t-shirts.
The true birth and history of the sport are examined next.
ASA softball was founded back in 1933, and softball itself was actually founded back in the 1800s in the Minneapolis area. The firehouse in Chicago is really known as the birthplace for softball, and then we located here in Oklahoma City back in the 70s.
The Hall of Fame immediately follows, where you can see the various players and coaches and sponsors and commissioners and umpires who make up such a significant part of the sport. Now, the true discipline of the sport and College Corner begin the next level of exploration, as well as the past champions from the NCAA and Players of the Year.
It also contains a fixture of our international events and how we fared at World Championships, Pan American Games and such. And then the rest of it's pretty much devoted to our grassroots programs, which is our girls Junior Olympics fast pitch, boys fast pitch, our boys slow pitch, all the way up to our men's and women's slow pitch adults, as well as fast pitch adults. Another big area of our grassroots program, obviously, is our umpires. Over 30,000 umpires around the United States strong, and we are known as the best amateur sports officiating group in the United States.
And don't forget the Olympic Room. It's where they honored the 4 years that they participated in the Olympic Games, 1996, 2000, 2004, and 2008. The National Softball Hall of Fame and Museum really is a hidden gem. Let's talk about the location for just a second. Across the street, you have the National Firefighters Museum. Of course, down the street from them, you have the Oklahoma City Zoo. Next to them, you have Science Museum, Oklahoma. Go across the street one more time, you have Remington Park. These are all big partners in the Adventure District right here in Oklahoma City. But it's the stadium that draws much attention each and every year. The NCAA Women's College World Series has been held here every year except one since the 80s.
When it first started, we were drawing 20,000 to 25,000 people for the week. Now that event is up over 70,000 for the week-long event. It just keeps growing each and every year.
Softball is a family sport, and it's one anyone can play, and an added bonus in attending an exciting game at the stadium is visiting the museum, which is open 350 days a year.
In the summertime, from Memorial Day, or actually the 2 weeks prior to Memorial Day until Labor Day, we're open every day of the week. We have been here and continue to grow our museum. It's not just ASA softball anymore. It has the Olympic Room. It has the College Corner. It's a great place for families to come in, and when we have one of our 32 events that we host on an annual basis, it's a very well-liked place. The Softball Museum is closed during winter months. Find out more about it on our website, travelok.com. Just click on Discover Oklahoma. From softball to skateboarding, you really can do it all right here in the Sooner State.
We'll take you to the spot where skateboarding takes center stage, but only for a limited time when AAA's Discover Oklahoma returns.
Hail, hail.
It's just frozen rain.
Can we just please pull over? There's gonna be dents all over the car. What are we, storm chasers? This is insane.
Until there's a climate control knob that actually controls the climate,
See, thank you for agreeing with me.
there's the next best thing. Insurance from AAA.
This is a head-to-head challenge. We want to find out which vehicle you prefer.
Flory. Okay.
This is awesome. Woo! Wow, a lot more pickup than the Honda. The Fusion does not feel like a four-cylinder. Is that because of the EcoBoost?
With the Fusion, it just has a younger vibe to me. The winner is Ford Fusion, hands down.
Now get a Fusion with 0% financing for 60 months or $2,500 cash back, or lease for $199 a month. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today, the best in Oklahoma.
Daddy, Daddy, look, a beaver.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, no.
Until there's an impenetrable force field to protect your car from woodland creatures, there's the next best thing, insurance from AAA.
Welcome back. AAA Oklahoma makes this show possible and does all kinds of other great things around our state. Here's a look at today's AAA.
Hi, Chuck May here with AAA Oklahoma. There's nothing worse than getting stranded on the side of the road. Whether you're locked out, have a flat, out of gas, or need a jump, you can count on AAA to be there for you. One of our newest features, which you won't find offered by any other National Motor Club, is the AAA Mobile Battery Service. AAA's battery service comes to you in any metropolitan area of the state for free battery testing and diagnostics. Our trained technicians will check your vehicle's charging system, starter system, battery cables, and can even detect if there's a drain on the battery that's causing failure. If your battery needs to be replaced, it can be purchased at a special member discount and installed on the spot. Plus, all AAA battery service replacements come with a 6-year warranty and will recycle the old one for free. Just one more way AAA keeps you on the go. To learn more, visit AAA.com.
AAA for the ones who matter most to you.
You know, Jennifer, a lot of people will associate skateboarding just with urban areas.
But you know, it has a very strong following among Native American tribes all across the country, and you can explore that connection in a special Smithsonian exhibit at the Sam Noble Museum in Norman. Bright colors, bold lettering, and boards that are anything but boring, the Ramp It Up exhibit tells the history of skateboarding.
We go back several thousands of years to the indigenous people of the Hawaiian Islands and throughout the Pacific, and they rode the waves on boards. And not only that, but they had this method of land surfing. I guess this would be akin to the boards that we use on the beaches today, but they actually had devices that allowed them to roll on the land and to enjoy that type of pursuit.
And as curator Dan Swan explains, skateboarding plays a significant role in the lives of many Native Americans today.
It's amazing the ways in which skateboarding has really taken off in Native communities. It obviously has provided this opportunity for Native youth to come together in a neutral and safe environment and to basically just be kids.
The boards in this exhibit from the Smithsonian Institution don't just look cool, most tell a story rich with history.
So they're using this as an opportunity to put it right out there, what's happened to the native land base here in North America. I mean, they begin in 1491 when what we now call the United States was entirely native territory. The colonies slowly encroach on this until suddenly here we are in 1990 and native peoples are confined to these incredibly remote, oftentimes desolate reservation environments, which is exactly why skate parks resonate.
Dan Swan says this exhibit shatters the stereotypes of skaters.
More importantly, these skate parks provide these opportunities to utilize a healthy lifestyle, to encourage exercise and a healthy lifestyle. They're oftentimes built in conjunction with community health centers. So there's this fitness aspect to the whole thing, but then there's these undertones that a number of communities have utilized and to have accessed in order to reinforce the traditional social values that are important to social cohesion and the social fabric of communities.
It shows that the sport and the support of skate parks in general can bring entire communities together.
We want people to recognize that these are incredible examples of grassroots movements, of local people trying to work with their youth and provide opportunities. This is a wonderful model of the types of things that we can affect and bring to every community so that our entire society is enriched.
The Ramp It Up exhibit is at the Sam Noble Museum through June 15th, so if you're interested, make your plans to head to Norman before it's gone. A big thanks to the folks here at the Botanic Garden at Oklahoma State University for hosting us this week.
Now, this garden is open to the public, but I think portions are closed on Wednesday, so just be sure and check before you head out.
Next week on Discover Oklahoma, we're taking a trip to a diner more than 100 years old. Where it is and what you've got to be sure to order next Saturday night right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma. Production vehicle provided by the Oklahoma Ford dealers, official partner of the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department.
Yeah, total smiles.
Oh, I love that smile.